have here? Looks a little rusty. It's definitely metal, so that's going to go with. There's a little bit more metal there. And that box, that is just a cool box. Yes. What else is in here? Whoa. That looks like a shredder. All right, let's grab it. Good morning, Monday morning. Woo! It is beautiful out here. The nicest day we've had in weeks and weeks. So I'm excited about it. It's above freezing. All the snow is gone. If you guys are new to the channel, I just want to say thank you for checking it out. What we're going to do is some scrap, a little bit of scrap, a little bit of pallets, and just some life stuff. So if you guys have seen a few of my videos, I add a lot of my life stuff also. So today I plan on getting these pallets loaded up and off to the pallet yard to get sold. Yeah, and if like I said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and press skip ad, and if the ads are just too long and painful, just press skip ad. All right, loaded up 25 pallets, so that'll be $50 at the yard, the pallet place. So I'm going to go ahead and strap these down. The way I put the pallets on is when I pick them up, if they feel lighter than normal, I put them in this back part, and if they're heavier than normal, I put them over here where it's above the wheels, because the more weight you have on the back, the more control you have, and it gets a little bit squirrely. And it's not really windy, but it's windy enough to where I don't want to feel that little bit of squirreliness while driving. So okay, so I got them all strapped down. There's 25 pallets here. And I always double check to make sure that everything is latched down. And that's done. Just to make sure that's going to work. Yep, you guys can see that. Oh, looks like we got a problem here. Yep, that missed. So it's actually not on, so I need to undo this one and redo it because it's not actually tied down. That one would have popped off. All right, so I'm gonna redo that one and then get driving to the pallet yard. So I'm approaching the pallet yard, and what do I see? Garbage cans. So it looks like it's garbage day here, and I'm noticing a lot of the trash cans have their lids up and they're empty. So yeah, you can see that. So I'm a little bummed about that. The eater of scrap there, you can see him down there, just dumping all that scrap. If you guys have not checked out The Adventures of Wild Warrior Bill, it's a YouTube channel. It's a scrapper guy in Australia. Fantastic, great content. Really humble guy, and at the same time wild. You know, I dig the guy. I've been watching tons of his videos. And another scrapper that just started his channel and I'm impressed with is Preston the Scrapper. So if you get a chance, hopefully I'll remember to put links in the description. But yeah, Preston the Scrapper and The Adventures of Wild Warrior Bill, just really good stuff. So, and yeah, you can always tell when I'm close to the pallet yard because that big water tank is actually on their property. I think it's in their parking lot. So I'm going to pull up there and offload these 25 pallets. They are the 48 by 40 pallets, 48 inches by 40 inches, and they're four-way pallets, so the forklift can go 4 different directions to pick up the pallets. So those are the ones that are worth $2. And look, free firewood. Man, they got plenty of pallets here. A lot of people talk about the blue pallets, and there's obviously you can see there's plenty of the CHEP pallets here. But yeah, those CHEP pallets are owned and leased pallets by CHEP Incorporated, I think is the name of it. So, all right. Get paid. Right. What I like about this yard, this pallet yard, is that they're just cool people. You know, there's something about doing business with decent people that I really like, and conversely, there's something about working with people that act like jerks that just bothers me to no end. And of course, you know, in life we have to deal with both ends of the spectrum, and you know, plenty of people in between. You know, that just like me, I can be a jerk sometimes, and I can be super nice sometimes. But I'm working on not being that jerk. So yeah, let's run in and let's get some moolah. Yes, and I'm really glad that these pallets are. A lot of these pallets you guys saw throughout the last couple of weeks, that they were in dumpsters and dumpster areas and getting thrown out, things like that. So anyway, let's run in there and handle this. Got paid 50 bucks. Yep. So the cool thing I like about getting checks versus them paying cash is that I can use my phone and do a mobile deposit right into my account, and then, you know, I can just use my debit card to get gas, to get something to eat, to go to the grocery store or whatever. I know cash works really well too, but I'm able to pay a bill. You know, I'm able to pay, you know, whatever, much faster if I use a check to do the mobile deposit, and then I can pay my Visa bill, or I can pay, you know, my phone bill. Yeah, whatever. whatever. So, all right. So it is garbage day over here in, I don't even know what town this is. What town is this? I don't know. It's about a 15-20 minute drive north of the DeKalb area. Almost halfway to Rockford, if you guys are familiar with the, this area, south of Rockford, north of DeKalb. So yeah, I'm gonna go do a mobile deposit of this and get some gas actually right away. So, all right. You know, I don't know. Should we do some garbage picking? What do you think? I have an hour and 15 minutes left to pick up my daughter from college, and then an hour after that to pick up my son from school. Well, I better put my seatbelt on. Safety first. Okay. You can see it said, yeah, safety third. All right, so I got my seatbelt on. I'm good. Yeah, let's do a little bit of trash picking, and then I have to go pick up my kids. Yes. You know, I got some comments talking about, dude, you're not making enough money, or whatever. And in my case, you know, I'm blessed and lucky enough, because that's probably the best way to phrase it, that I have multiple streams of income, and that I do this for the fun of it. And it's really fun. If you guys haven't gone garbage picking and dumpster diving, it's fun. It's a blast. Finding pallets and all that stuff. But anyway, so I'm not doing it for a living. But I want to be really clear that livelihood, you know, making money to sustain, and life are two different things. Livelihood and life are two different things. I like to live. I like to have fun. I like to have relations with people, and you know, and it's a struggle. It's not easy. You know, sometimes there's conflict and there's, you know, issues or whatever. But it certainly is not all about livelihood. This isn't always about the check and the money. The dream that a lot of people talk about, making money is on the lower half of that list, and others, and having an impact on other people. This channel is more important to me than the checks. And it's not for personal reasons, it's for this community that we have. It's a really special community. And I'm wondering if it's just a unique period of time in this community. Yeah, I'm driving through the neighborhood. Let's see if I can find something. But I'm just wondering, is it a unique period of time that's not going to happen again? And I'm just lucky enough to be a part of it. We're lucky enough to be a part of it. That you know, I say it all the time, you know, to people, you know, it's your life. I'm just passing through. You know, I'm just wondering, is this really just your lives, and I'm just passing through for this brief period of time, and that this community, the specialness and awesomeness of these, I don't know, it's a couple dozen YouTube channels that I'm really bonded with others. There's I don't know, 75 to 100 frequent commenters that I'm bonding with, that are like really cool people that are starting their own channels and things like that. So anyway, just to be really clear that it's not all about the livelihood, you know, making the dough. It's about the dream, and hopefully your dream is a much bigger picture that is relational, that is contextual. It's about the context of your life. Ooh, do I see some scrappage? I think I do. Maybe. All right, you know what? Come on, let's go take a look. This is gonna be handheld, so it's probably gonna make a bunch of racket. Let's go take a look. What do we have here? It's a little rusty. It's definitely metal, so that's gonna go with it. There's a little bit more metal there. And that box, that is just a cool box. What else is in here? Whoa. That looks like a shredder. All right, let's grab it. Yeah, I don't have the headset on right now, but I do have an empty truck. All right, hopefully what I was saying was making sense, you know, and so many people understand the concept of this accidental YouTube channel that I am a part of. But anyway, you guys are amazing. Just want to say thanks for being a part of. I hear more metal in there. You guys hear that? What is that? Did you hear that? All right. Well, I'm gonna dig through this a little bit more without having a GoPro stuck in my hand. So, hello. Just picking up some metal. Nice people. All right, so not only was this bag had some metal, also had some cords and cables. So I just grabbed the whole thing. But that's going to warrant me looking a little further into these. So it's a basket of some sort. Some baskets do resell really well. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Smells really good. Doesn't that sound terrible? But no, the trash actually has a really good smell to it. Man, what is in this? Alright, I was definitely catching the attention of the neighbors. So I was playing with them, said hello, and then her husband or someone came out. So I grabbed a second bag and put it in the back of the truck, so I'm really curious what's in there. Yes. I'm going down a road that's turning into a cornfield, so I'm going to flip around and then go through this bag. I'm really curious because it looked like it was, like I saw a flashlight in the bag and some other stuff, but it, yeah, trash picking's fun. And I ain't doing this for the money. I'm doing this because it's fun. And we're having fun. I am bummed out. The more I'm driving through this little town, the more I realize garbage day's over. Oh. My seatbelt on. Safety third. I don't know who said, it's on one of the channels, I don't know, maybe Scrap Kingdom's channel. I don't know. Maybe it was AVE. Yeah, even though he is a extremely crass channel, he's an engineer, and gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. He's so funny. I gotta practice that. Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Yeah, he's super smart engineer type, but could not cuss anymore. I mean, the dude cusses a lot, but the use of his cuss words from a linguistic standpoint, it's spot on. And English isn't even his first language. He's a French Canadian, and so he's a Quebecois from Quebec. So I think he is anyway, around there. I don't know a lot about Canadian geography and stuff. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it looks like there's no more trash to be found here. Maybe I'll hit some dumpsters. But first off, it's 11:15, so I have 1 hour until I have to pick up my daughter. So I'm gonna get some gas, and yeah. So I got an eighth of a tank left. So I'm gonna fill it up with pallet money. All right. See you guys in a bit. I still haven't unbagged those two garbage bags back there. I'm really curious what's in that second one that I grabbed. So, but as I'm driving to go pick up my daughter, I was just thinking, you know, that I just wanted to pray for someone that's struggling right now. So God, I'm just going to ask right now that whoever you want me to pray for, that I'm praying for that person that's struggling, that God, just help them out. Put the right people into their life today. God, have that phone ring, or have that person walk into their life, or have that special conversation that person needs. In the name of Jesus, I'm just going to ask for a double blessing on this person's life. Because God, you do this. Amen. So, you know, it is so important not only have I seen it firsthand in my life and seen it dozens and dozens of times in other people's lives, that when we talk to other people, when we confess our issues, there's a healing that happens. There is a healing that occurs, that those hurts don't continue. So I'm just want to encourage those that if it's not you that is talk with someone else, just let that junk out, that you be the ear. Be the ear for that person that needs to let some junk out. There is healing in silence for us listeners. We don't have to have answers. We don't have to have advice. We don't have to say anything except for just to come alongside that other person and just be there in a loving manner. We don't have to have all the answers, because you know what? Not only is it said in the Bible, that the verse is confess your sins to one another, and God is faithful and just to restore us to righteousness. But in just regular speak, is that
quarter mile, turn left.
Is that God heals us if we just talk to each other and walk through our junk with each other. There's just healing that happens. And God is in the position, to put people in our lives and just to let us heal. And I've experienced it. I've lived it.
Take the next left onto Clinton Road.
So many people said, well, I don't know if I believe in God. How do you know? It's so real in my life, and it's so beyond coincidence. It's as crazy as if someone said, you know what? I don't know if I believe in you. It's like, wait a minute. I've met this person. I know this person. Just had a bunch of stuff fall from my dash, and it's like, let's say my daughter. I don't know if I believe in your daughter. I don't know if I believe she exists. What? I know her. I talk with her. I've experienced life with her. Same with God. I've experienced just this awesome restoration in my lives, and just like I said, dozens and dozens of other people's lives firsthand. So if you haven't talked to God in a while, try it. What do you have to lose? Say, hey, God, are you real? What's up? I want to have a talk with you. So when I get to the college, I'm going to do a little unbagging of what we have here, and that'll probably be the end of the video for today. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming along with my ride today on this Monday. This beautiful Monday, man. Not a cloud in the sky. It's just gorgeous. So, all right, guys and gals, I mean that inclusively. All right, folks, let's do an unbagging of this stuff. I'm not quite sure what's here, but we'll find out. I'll grab a... Oop, that thing just poked me. She did. So I grabbed a garbage and a bin and a bucket. We'll see what we got. Yeah, I also got this garbage can in the garbage, from the garbage. You guys probably saw a bunch of videos ago. So it's a rough and tough trash can. I don't know, I like it. I like it. All right, so what do we got here? That looks like trash. Scrap metal. I don't know. Should this be my Keep Life bucket? I don't know. Maybe that'll be my Keep Life. Yeah, these might come in handy with something. Oh, train stopped. All right, Keep Life. What's this big guy? This might come in handy. So hopefully it works. I'll bet it does work. Gloves? Yeah. I'll bet they're electrical gloves. 1988, made in England. Heavyweight. Alright, so they're not... So whatever Dipco is. It's a British standard. Yeah, it looks like they just keep water off you. I thought they were a grade of voltage that wouldn't jump across into your hand. So, all right, what is this guy? Yeah, looks like something to get recycled. What are these guys? Zip ties, and yeah, let's definitely keep life. Bag, Sears bag. What's in here? The receipt. From what year? Looks like, I'll see a date. You guys see a date? I don't see a date anywhere. There has to be a date. 1999. All right. Clifford A. Johnson. All right, Clifford. Hey, don't go anywhere. All right. The rest looks like just junk. I'm gonna keep this guy too, just in case. Yeah, that looks like some copper wire right there. That's recycle. Yeah, that's just steel. What is in here? Alright. Got some electrical stuff. Let's definitely keep. Yeah. Definitely keep. I'm not sure what that is. Some type of a bin. But these things aren't cheap. A hinge for something. I don't know, should I keep that around? This looks old, but I don't know. I'll keep it around. No idea what that is. Do you hear that? Whenever the train starts to move, it'll actually, it'll connect on one and connect on the other about 1/10 of a second apart all the way down. So it's like, it's really awesome sounding. All right, so that's some type of a solderless electrical terminal. All right, I'm keeping that guy. I'm gonna keep these guys. I don't even know what this is. It's not metal, it's plastic. I'm gonna keep the bin. So, paint. A spring door stop. What else do we got here? It says hinge, but it sounds like there's nuts and screws and stuff in here. Yeah, it's just full of screws. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that guy. A flashlight. But the batteries are really nasty. So let's get rid of those right away. And all the nastification. But this flashlight is just fine. I don't know, I don't use normal flashlights anymore because I have all the LED stuff now. A marker, I don't need tons of them. I don't know. It's rusted up can. Q-tips, probably good for cleaning stuff in the shop. Some string. You never can have enough string. It's like duct tape. You just, yeah, can never have enough of it. Of course, you'll never find it, especially the way I pack stuff. Blades. Oh yeah. This was a good stop. Dental floss. Yeah, there's some in there too. Metal. You know what? My windows have these. I'm not even sure. Is that brass? Maybe. Some more of those. And a whole bunch of hardware. What's this guy? Twisty wraps. Vinyl covered wired. Oh, those are wire ties, like for bread ties. Huh. That's interesting. All right, what are these guys? Tap drill sizes. Look like I got the internet now. I don't even have a tap set. You know what a tap set is? That when you, let's say you strip out a bolt and you want to put something else in there, or if you drill a new hole and you want to have that have a screw or a bolt, you actually can tap it, and so now it's threaded. And that's what these are for. I don't need them because of the wonderful internet. Here's some other hardware. This looks like it's for a large X-Acto knife, probably for some of these blades. A little screwdriver. You know, I like these because you can put pressure down, and another screwdriver. Yeah, this was a good stop. Definitely a good stop. A couple of screwdrivers. All right, so I'm going to keep this whole thing. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to change this out. Hardware is going to go into the bucket. Good stuff. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end the video now. You guys are awesome. If I can get this out at all. You guys are awesome. Just be awesome and stay awesome. And, yeah, enjoy this day. You know, if you guys are close to where I live here in the Chicagoland area, just enjoy this day. God, you are awesome. Blow my mind.